Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World Tanks. So as you can see, we have MrZeus here in his bat chat. No camo. You know, having a bat chat without camo? Why? Okay, whatever. Silly people aside. Let's get some stuff out of the way before we really start. If you guys like this, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to see more content, then the subscribe button is the place you want to do. World Tank stuff 5 days a week. Let's those tank names up so I can actually see what's going on. If you guys want links to my Facebook Duckster accounts, flying tanks, Twitter, all of those links are in the description below. And if you want to support the channel directly, the best way to do that is my Patreon account. Again, link is in the description below. Minimap's a little big. Yeah. So let's get into gameplay as the bat chat has already gotten way up here. So ignore the minimap as far as the platoons go. It says he's in a platoon with 3 other people, which of course can't be true. So I'm gonna guess that's another platoon. One of these days, I hope that will get fixed. I'm gonna assume it's a glitch with my mods. So he's taken up residence on this ridge line. He's got 4 or 5 tanks with him on this ridge. So our Lorraine and our 7-1 are trying to make their way around the flank. They're trying to get down into that dry riverbed. Oh, they're actually going to confront a bat chat down there. So, oh, isn't that weird? And suddenly they're not part of the same platoon as far as the ending map goes, but that's okay. So Zeus is gonna jump up here. I thought he was gonna try and jump on the Object 140, but by the looks of it, he's just trying to get sight, and he takes a pot shot at the ISU-152, which unfortunately misses. But don't worry about it. I highly doubt that Zeus is worried about it. So Zeus is taking this particular time to reload. And the reason he's doing this is because he's fired two shells, and he's now moving again. And anytime you're moving around in an autoloader and you feel like you're going to be moving for more than 30 or 40 seconds, it's a good idea to reload that clip. So his team is really stationary. This is an assault map, which I didn't notice because I don't know why I didn't notice it. I have assault maps turned off. I have encounter maps turned off. The reason for that is because assault really needs your entire team to work together in order to win. Which is a really strange thing considering the fact that this is a pub game. And at times your entire team works together in a pub game can be counted on one hand after you've played the entire night. Okay, so the bat chat and the Lorraine just decide to let MrZeus kill them. So that they can take shots at our E100. So now I'm hoping he's just gonna ram the Lorraine to death. Good job. That is the way you kill a Lorraine. It took 85 damage for that kill, but I'm fairly certain he thinks that was worth it. You know, it's been a long time since I've been down this route, but I forgot that little ridge was there. Anyways, he's going to reload and continue moving. Once he gets his shells all nice and reload again, this is when he starts his assault again. Notice that every time he takes the time to move, he's going to be moving for more than 30 or 40 seconds, he reloads. And that guarantees him having a full clip when he gets to his destination. Lets him do more damage. And, I mean, in any tank you want to spend as little time doing nothing as possible. Ooh, a waffle trucker. And if you're moving, you might as well be reloading because it is still doing something productive for the course of the game. Anytime you are holding your ammo. Like, so if he ran into that situation and the waffle charger hadn't been immediately popped by his team, he would have had a full clip of ammo to pop the waffle charger. But if he did the same thing with only 2 shells left in his gun, then he would have been in real trouble. Nice shot into the E4. It's a little bit choppy, which I assume is the replay and not MrZeus. But it's also, of course, because he's moving so fast and his sniper mode. It makes things a little bit more choppy. E4 didn't even manage to fire a shot. Unfortunately, if he's not careful, he's going to get shot in the back by a T-30. Ooh, manages to get around this dune before the T-30 can crest. He's going to be fine. His team is going to eliminate that T-30. He looks like he wants in on it, but of course he's reloading still. So, that's not going to happen. Now, there is an S-51 back there. And I would... No, look at that. Our team has not killed the T-30. So why not? Just finished loading our clip. We might as well fire around the back end T-30 and get a kill. Now we know there's an S-51 over here. We also know he's just fired about 30 seconds ago. So he's probably reloaded by now. So we gotta be careful. As he was pointing the wrong direction, he expected the bat chat to keep going in a straight line. And, well, obviously, that didn't happen. Whew, there we go. Our T-32 takes out the T-92. And now we're on to an E3, but again, we're reloading. Because, again, we're going to be moving for more than about 30 seconds. So, without a full clip of ammo, you never want to charge a tank head-on. As an autoloader, that is. As any tank, you don't want to be charging head-on into an enemy tank when you're not reloaded. So he's waiting until he's just about reloaded, and then he's going to go. So he knows the E3 is fired, he knows he has time, and he's going to charge in and he's going to hug this guy. Yep, nice dodge. And now he's got the back end of an E3 and reloaded clip. And he's just going to kill this guy. Unless friendly steals it from him. Nope. Only 5 AP shells left. After this, he's into his premium rounds, so he's going to spend the time to reload those. And this has worked out quite nice. Normally, when you're doing reloads mid-clip in an autoloader, you eventually end up with like 3 rounds left over out of a 6-round clip kind of thing. So, unfortunately, or really fortunately for Zeus, he's ended up with 5 rounds left over, and he has a 5-round clip. Now that E100 over there is going to be a problem. We have 7 seconds left on our reload, and we can just get around him, wait till our reload happens. He fires behind himself, because he wasn't paying attention to how far around his turret had gotten before he fired. And that is the front end of an IS-4, and there's no point of firing at that, so move up for the kill, but our Artie lands the shot first. That is an amazing example of how to use an autoloader. Always reloading when he was moving, never staying still, and he didn't bother engaging a tank until he was just about loaded. Yes, with that E100, if he had reloaded or waited a few seconds more before he engaged it, it probably would have been better for the reload point. But at the same time, the E100 would have been reloaded sooner. He probably would have gone himself shot that way. May not have died, but you know, it opens up more possibilities of taking damage, which in the end is never good. 5,000 experience with premium with a daily double, but still 5,000 experience isn't something you can see normally apart from ×3 weekends. All the people he did damage to, that's pretty awesome. He of course netted himself the Top Gun, High Caliber, Duelist, and Fire for Effect. I believe he was 1 kill off of the Bradley Walters. Yes, 7 kills, so he was 1 kill off. Of course, he netted himself an ace tanker. That's not really surprising with, 5,000 experience. That'll happen. Okay. 6,000 damage done over 7 kills. That's pretty awesome. That is the most on his team by about 2 grand, and the Waffentrager E100 was the next closest, though he only managed 2 kills. We had a few stolen from him, sadly enough. Wow. Oh, wait. Okay, so that Lorraine, at the beginning, that was one of the first enemies he killed. He had 2,000 damage. He was the second best player on their team. If he'd left that Lorraine alive with 1 health, I'm certain this guy probably could have turned the game around for his team. If not turning this into a loss for Zeus, it would have made it a lot more difficult for Zeus to win this game, because this guy was still in it. So that ram for that 1 damage actually was really pivotal. Pivotal. Wow, I can talk helpful today. Okay, so 19 direct hits. Wow. For the 22 shots he fired, that's pretty good accuracy. But most of those were shotgun type deals where he was in close and on the move anyway. One other trick you can do with autoloaders or any fast moving tank is to auto lock on when you're circling somebody, since you're pretty much guaranteed that a shot into their sides or back will go in anyway, as long as you hit them. Auto locking while you're circling people will help a lot if you don't have the skill to drive and aim at the same time. 3,000 spotting damage done. Now, I'm not 100% certain where he got that spotting damage from, but obviously he got quite a bit of it, and probably at least 1,000 of it was that Waffentrager he tried to kill, but his team got to first. Now, he didn't quite net a full 5,000 experience just off his daily double and base experience. There was an action payout for 1,000, but still, definitely a worthwhile game. Still an awesome game to watch. Thank you, Zeus, so much for signing in. This was a great bit of fun to watch. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out. Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World Tanks. Side scraping. How to counter a player who's side scraping. So the E100 is trying to side scrape. And you can see, let's see where. Ronak is actually firing at the engine deck of the enemy tank. And, well, that makes sense, because Ronak's gun is actually higher up than the enemy tank's engine deck, so he can aim down. And if he concentrates right, and if he, T-57, really? How did you miss that shot on the T-57? Really? That was like a free shot. So the enemy E100 is getting really pissed that Ronak can somehow penetrate him without being, without exposing enough of his tank so that so this guy can kill Ronak. So Ronak's, again, gonna shoot for the engine deck,